really small.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, there are some oats dropping like this, you see? So that tells me that the oats have been up for a while and it's been hot enough that they're dropping their seeds.
Right.
But at the same time, the barley we're not getting barley that's thriving because the heads are so tiny right there. You see how that is?
Yeah.
So again, and look at how dead it is under here.
Yeah.
That means that it's gotten way too much rain again this year. And it could be why the south is behind the north this year. But there's basically nothing here but a lot of oats this year. I'll go walk over here a little ways.
Harvest worthy.
No, nothing harvest worthy at all. So you guys, this is the area last year where I found the barley to be a beeb, and I want you to look at the condition of the oats. The oats are dropping in this area, okay? Even the oats have not had a good year. They're very short. They've made a seed very quickly, and they're already shedding the seed. If we come over here, and we can see some barley just beginning to emerge, okay? And we can see that the heads are really tiny on all these. And that's because the barley, when it came up, it's coming up fast and hard to make a seed for the next year. You can see that some of these only have just, I think I see about 5 or 6 seeds on that head of barley. And if you look, you can see how dry the earth is below the barley, how this beginning of this plant probably had to come back with a second wave when there was less rain. A lot of what was in this field, you can see below it, it's all brown. So the barley has had a terrible time here in this same field where we were able to find a omer for last year's calendar. This year, all we have in this field is a bunch of really dried up oats that are dropping. I don't know if you can see this. I so want to transfer this knowledge to you. Look at the fact, okay, we have dropped oats right here. Okay, these grains of barley, these little bitty grains of barley, they come out. Cindy, would you open that in the camera? They come out in a heat trying to make a grain because of the rain and the month without a rain and another hard rain and another month without a rain. So what is the condition of that? Is there moisture in it, Cindy?
A little bit.
A little bit. So it's soft
small.
dough.
Yeah.
Even here in Raim. But look at the condition. Look at what the heavy rain and then stopping the rain did. There's just a grain or two on each head of this barley. And this field is just full of this little petite barley with these little petite heads. And it's still that red barley from last year. That we have the beautiful barley that we had in the north field there. When I look here at the condition of this barley, it has almost not been able to put a seed out this year. Let's put a few out. There'll be barley next year. Hopefully it'll have a better year, but man, this is barely here.
Struggled to survive.
Okay, so we're here in Raim at what was dubbed last year as Becca's Patch. And we can see that the goats and the sheep have been in the field already. We also have some very interesting telltale evidence here that shows us that there was early barley that came up with this early wheat. So let's find some of that early barley that came up sorry, with the early oats, not the wheat, that came up with the early oats. Let's find some of that in the field. And let's see what that two-tier barley looked like. Okay, so here is some of the early barley, and we see it's very brittle. I'm going to ask Cindy if she'll reach in there and grab just any one of those and open that and see how the grains look. Is there any moisture in there?
Barely.
Barely any moisture. So that's a good soft to medium dough barley. Okay. And we're just going to walk around and take a look, and we're going to see not just the things laying down that the sheep have been into, but the things standing up, how far advanced they are. Okay. And let's look right over here with the oats. Okay, and we can see some barley, early barley that corresponds with those oats. We can see some later barley just coming out of the boot. This is basically the same thing we saw last year. Look at the color of this barley. It's beautiful and big, just gorgeous. Cindy, would you reach in there and just randomly grab one and see what the condition of that is?
And there were some grains. It was still really brittle.
It was really brittle? Okay.
It's like medium.
Medium? Okay. Great. So what we're trying to show you is, it's just beautiful barley, isn't it? Some of the most beautiful barley we've seen, and it's got still reflecting some of that red color on the awns there. Just gorgeous barley. So what we're trying to show you is that there has been 2 waves of barley again this year. We had a heavy beginning rainy season, and then we had 30 days without rain. And that's when this barley that is ready, in my opinion, more than likely came up. And then we had another rain, and then we had a big shut-off again. And then recently, we've had an additional rain, and that barley is just coming out of the boot. So you have everything in this section from dough to, I bet I could even pull, let's see if we can pull their version of a beeb, something that's so dry it can't be divided. Let's look at this one right here. Oh, that one. Yeah, take that one. That's a good one. And as she does that, look at the condition of the heads of barley here. No, there's not enough for an omer. And the people that, you know, I mean, I don't know, maybe there is. A lot of it's laid over. There's actually a lot of barley in here, actually. And it's still like a really big area, you know, goes over here, goes past that little concrete surface, I think that is, over there. And so there might even be enough for an omer here. Yeah. What did you get on that one? It's dry. Can you divide it by the fingernail? Can you cut it?
It was like two pieces.
So you can still cut it?
I can still cut it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're just, if we get a pop of weather, this is going to be gone in a week. This is not going to be here next month, a lot of it. This will be here next month. This will not be here next month. This will have seeded. In fact, I can look and see some of those heads have already broke out, dropped off that barley. And it's very, 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 very fragile. Much of that. Okay, that's 2-row barley. It's 4-row barley right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Cindy's right. Gorgeous barley. Okay, so I'm satisfied that there would not have only been barley available in the north, but from what I'm seeing here, there would have been a barley available in the south if we would have got down here quick enough that we wouldn't have had the eating and laying in this area. Look at those oats right here. They're all dropped. I'm satisfied. I don't think our north area is maybe as big of an anomaly as to the year as first thought. Was it still a gift? Absolutely. But what I'm seeing here is, yeah, there's barley here. It's some of it. A lot of this is ready for harvest right now. Is there an omer here of barley that's ready? I would say we're pretty stinking close. Is it a whole field? No. It's about, would you say this is a dunam, like a big, yeah, there's about a dunam, about 1/4 of an acre here.